discuss with the mechanism of hormone action. Here we can classify the hormones into 4 groups. Turn the page please and see. Don't write unnecessary points there. Okay, turn the page please and see. The hormones are divided into 4 groups. Peptide hormones or polypeptide hormones or protein consisting hormones are insulin, glucagon, but somatostatin is not included here. Okay, insulin, glucagon, pituitary hormones and hypothalamus hormone. But one thing I want to tell you, when you read this chapter thoroughly from the textbook, at that time you make it 2 parts. Because here the remaining 2 points are very easy. Iodine, iodothyronines. So when iodo word is there, you know that related to thyroid gland. Yeah? So thyroid hormones are iodothyronines and amino acid derivatives. Amino acid derivatives are 2, adrenaline and non-adrenaline. So when you read the adrenal medulla part and thyroid gland except that whole chapter, so you can make the 2 parts, steroidal hormone and peptide hormone, because somewhere else this word is given there. Suppose steroidal hormone like estrogen and progesterone, like that, this thing will be there. Yes, here it is given there. Steroidal hormones are cortisol. What is cortisol? Which is cortisol? Glucocorticoids. And aldosterone? Mineralocorticoids. So aldosterone and androgen, mistake not है, वो उठावर नहीं करवानी है, बरोबर? So cortisol, testosterone, estradiol. Estradiol means the derivative of the estrogen. Estradiol, estrogen derivative and progesterone. Okay. So here basically we classify the hormones into 4 groups. Again, peptide hormones or polypeptide hormones or protein formative hormones are insulin, glucagon, pituitary hormones and hypothalamus hormones. Steroidal hormones are cortisol or corticoids. All corticoids are steroidal one. Fine, so aldosterone, testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. Fine? Yeah? Everyone? Iodothyronines, thyroid hormones, and which are the thyroid hormones? T3, T4 and TCT. Okay? T3, T4 and TCT. And amino acid derivatives in that, epinephrine, and you added that noradrenaline or norepinephrine, both. What is the difference between peptide hormone and amino acid derivative? See, peptide hormone is proteinaceous, and here polypeptide chain is there. And amino acid derivative in that only amino acid, no polymer of amino acid. Clear? Amino acid derivative means only single amino acids are included there. Okay, whereas peptide hormones in that polymer of the amino acid included there. Okay, so now let us discuss. Everybody see here. Okay, later on you write that, I can give the time. Fine, for the copy. Actually, this topic is little bit confused, but very easy to understand. Okay, you know, actually for understanding this, you have to go thoroughly about the Singer and Nicholson model. Fluid mosaic model. Yes. Generally, the plasma membrane. See, we are now studying the endocrine system of human being. Human being is animal. An animal consists only plasma membrane, no cell wall. So our plasma membrane is hydrophobic in nature. આપણે આ જ વસ્તુ નર્વસ ઇમ્પલ્સ ઇનિશિએશન એન્ડ કંડક્શનમાં સ્ટડી કર્યું ત્યાં આપણે એવી વાત કરી હતી કે નર્વ ફાઇબર ઇઝ બાયલિપિડ લેયર, ઇટ ઇઝ હાઇડ્રોફોબિક ઇન નેચર, and to transmit the minerals at a particular distance, ion channels and ion pumps are located there. Similarly here, see, the plasma membrane, it is made up of the phospholipid and it is hydrophobic in nature, so it is very easy to understand. Is it clear? Is this concept is clear, everyone? Now they listen this sentence carefully. Steroidal hormones are easily passed through the plasma membrane, but peptide hormones cannot. Peptide hormones cannot pass through the plasma membrane easily. Steroidal hormones can easily pass through. So each and every hormone has targeted cell. તમે બધા જ હોર્મોન તમે કોઈ બી હોર્મોન તમે યાદ કરો, any type of the hormone you think about it, it has any particular target cell. And in the target cell, it changes the gene and that cell performs its function according to that. Just for example, આપણા બોડીમાં અત્યારે ગ્રોથ નથી થતો તો સેલ ગ્રોથ નહીં થાય એ રીતે ફંક્શન કરશે. But when growth hormone is now entered inside that cell, so the cell modified its function and according to the growth hormone message, it promotes the growth. તો જ્યારે ગ્રોથ હોર્મોન નથી ત્યારે સેલ ડિવાઈડ નથી થતું. હવે સેલ ડિવાઈડ થશે, that we say. So where growth thoroughly of the all the hormones of the body. હવે તમે અત્યારે મારી સામે બધા જ બેઠા છો, તમને બોડીના બધા જ હોર્મોન્સની અત્યારે ખબર છે, બરોબર? And each and every hormone has particular target level. Okay, so now આપણે બે વસ્તુ વિચારીએ કે how the peptide hormones can enter inside the cell and how the steroidal hormones enter inside the cell. But Before taking this in detail, I want to tell you that how the hormone can regulate its function. હોર્મોન કઈ રીતે ફંક્શન કરાવે છે. સો કોઈ પણ હોર્મોન છે એ આપણા ન્યુક્લિયસમાં એન્ટર થશે. ઓકે, એની ટાઈપ ઓફ ધી હોર્મોન enter inside the nucleus, and inside the nucleus we have chromosomes, DNA, gene for the particular function. So DNA, also known as gene, it forms mRNA. mRNA forms protein. Protein forms the enzymes, and enzymes perform the particular function. Okay? So after textbook ની અંદર એક simple word use કર્યો છે, regulation of gene. The entered hormone can regulate the gene expression, modify the expression of the gene. Fine. So this is known as regulation of gene expression. Understand everyone? Sure? Okay, up to right now, anybody has any doubt? So now I can draw the two diagrams only. Fine. Suppose this is the plasma membrane. And here this is the another plasma membrane. Here the nucleus is there. Now this portion is of the peptide hormone. Okay, બેજ લાઈન સમજજો, બેજ લાઈન સમજવાની છે, and the topic is over. Okay, basically what we have to remember the concept that in this way the gene is regulated. Gene is nothing but the DNA. It forms the RNA, from the protein, from the enzymes, and enzyme form particular function. Okay, enzyme regulates the particular function. એટલે particular gene જ activate થાય. Eighth chapter in that, if you remember, in micrometer size the cell we have 2.244 meter long DNA. It is given there in the nucleus in 8th chapter. At the end of the 8th chapter in the nucleus, I think this line is given there. हाँ 2 मीटर लॉन्ग જેવું હશે. हाँ બસ एक्चुअली 2.244 मीटर लॉन्ग है पर्टिकुलर. અને થોડું વિચારો તો અત્યારે તમે એવી રીતે કન્ફ્યુઝ થતા હશો કે સર 2.2 મીટર લોંગ DNA 2.2 meter long DNA. How it is situated in the micrometer size nucleus, but the width of the DNA, it is 20 angstrom. So angstrom is little bit smaller than the micro one. And this 2.244 meter long DNA, it covers 23 pairs of the chromosomes inside our body. Okay, in the highly coiled manner. So આપણા બોડીમાં જેટલા ફંક્શન્સ કરવાના છે, whichever function occur inside our body, so for that particular function the gene is responsible for that. All the genes are situated over this DNA. We have estimated 30,000 genes. We have estimated 30,000 genes in one nucleus. મને સ્ટુડન્ટે ક્વેશ્ચન કર્યો, મને કે સર કે આપણે બોડીમાં 23 પેર ક્રોમોઝોમ છે, ચલો આપણે એવું તો વર્ષોથી ભણતા આવીએ છીએ, બરાબર? તમે અત્યારે એમ કીધું કે માઇક્રોમીટર સાઇઝ ન્યુક્લિયસની અંદર 2.244 મીટર લોંગ ડીએનએ છે, ચલો અમે એ પણ એક્સેપ્ટ કરી લીધું. સર આપણા બોડીમાં બધા સેલમાં 23 ક્રોમોઝોમ્સ હશે, 23 પેર્સ? યસ, yes, we all are generated from zygote. zygote માં 23 pairs chromosome જે હતા, આપણા બોડીમાં જેટલા ન્યુક્લિયેટેડ સેલ્સ છે, ઓકે, ક્લિયર કરું છું, in our body the nucleated cells consist 23 pairs of chromosomes. For example, RBC तो અહીંયા નો જ આવે, because mammalian RBC are E nucleated or A nucleated. આપણે WBC કાઉન્ટ કરવાના આવે. નો પ્લેટલેટ. મસલ છે તો એમાં બી ન્યુક્લિયસ છે, ન્યુરોન છે એમાં બી ન્યુક્લિયસ છે. તમે વિચારો, આ બધા તમે જ્યાં જ્યાં એક એક ન્યુક્લિયસ ડ્રો કરો છો ને, એની અંદર 23 પેર્સ ક્રોમોઝોમ છે. અને લગભગ મને યાદ છે ને ત્યાં સુધી આપણે at the time of the birth $4 billion cells કેવું કંઈક છે આપણા. At the time of birth million of cells are there, million of cells, okay, and so many cells consist 23 pairs of chromosomes. अच्छा, એ બધી આપણે જીનેટિક્સમાં વાત કરશું. જીનોમ છે અને જીનોમ કહેવાય. The total number of the genes, total number of the genes present in human population, total number of genes present in human population or in particular individual organism, this is known as genome. Genome. And ordinary, the one person consists estimated 30,000 genes in their body. Okay, fine. આની ઉપર ફોકસ કરીએ. Right? So regulation of gene expression. So this is about the peptide hormone. How the peptide hormone enter into the cell and how it works. Fine. So we can take any one peptide hormone, just for example insulin. So think about that. This is the insulin molecule. Okay. So this target cell is liver cell. Insulin is peptide hormone, so it is unable to enter through the plasma membrane. That's why on the plasma membrane hormone receptors are there which receive the particular peptide hormone. It is also known as MBR. Membrane bound receptors. Now what happened here? Suppose example, this insulin can now pour into the blood, and think about that this target cell is the liver cell. Okay, as a result here, the insulin is now coming in contact with the membrane bound receptors or the hormone receptor. Now it received the hormone, it received the peptide hormone, and you know that this acts as a carrier protein. This acts as a carrier protein, so it now moves in this way. Okay, so protein channels are there, so it receives the hormone and move in the opposite way, fine, and release the hormone inside the cell. Okay, so here concept is there. Plasma membrane is impermeable for peptide hormones. So to receive the peptide hormones, specific receptor proteins are situated. And these receptor proteins or hormone receptors are also known as membrane bound receptors because it is connected to the membrane, bound to the membrane, and receive the hormone. It receives the hormone and twisted and release the hormone inside the cell. Now, this peptide hormone is received by secondary messenger. So according to this information, membrane bound receptor is primary messenger for peptide hormone. So secondary messenger, calcium, cyclic AMP and inositol triphosphate are there. Is it given there?
Yes.
So peptide hormone now received by secondary messengers, and then these secondary messengers transfer the hormone towards the nucleus. And when hormone is now entered into the nucleus, it changes the DNA of the liver cell, it creates the mRNA in such a way that it produces the such protein and form the enzyme which perform glycogenesis. Okay, so this insulin produces the enzyme that promote the glycogenesis. As a result, glucose is converted into glycogen and stored in the particular parts of the body. Okay, here I have given the example just insulin. You can say that glucagon also, but you can write the function according to that. No problem at all. If you want to write the growth hormone, TSH, so TSH in the target cell is thyroid gland, adrenocorticotropic hormone for the adrenal cortical cell is a target cell. Suppose follicle stimulating hormone, so you say that in the male testes and in the female ovary, just like that you can change your statement according to the hormone. And now the last sentence. So this is about the peptide hormone. Fine. Now steroidal hormone, only one line. Steroidal hormone is that, for example, estrogen or estradiol. It is the steroidal hormone. So it is transferred or travel through the plasma membrane and received by the steroidal hormone. It is received by intrinsic protein which is situated inside the target cell. And now this intrinsic protein receives the steroidal hormone and send it to the nucleus to regulate its function. Okay, so here concept is only that peptide hormones first received by membrane bound receptors or the hormone receptors and then send it to the secondary messengers. Okay, so secondary messengers are calcium, cyclic AMP and inositol triphosphate. Whereas steroidal hormone can travel through the plasma membrane and received by intrinsic protein situated inside the cell, and afterwards it regulates its function. And in this way, regulation of the gene expression according to the particular hormone can be carried out. So this is about the type of the hormones and the mechanism of the hormone action, peptide and steroidal hormone. Okay, so this chapter is over.